So to help the evening flow smoothly, some of the awards were put in packets available for students to pick up after the ceremony, and our teachers and coaches will keep things moving by just following the order of the program. We are so proud of our students and excited to recognize their hard work, so let's get started. We'll begin tonight with recognition and awards. At Elkhorn Valley, we're incredibly fortunate to have the unwavering support of our community, families, organizations, and individuals who truly value education and want to see our seniors succeed beyond high school. Their encouragement and generosity help open doors for our students as they take the next step in their journey. First up is Jolene Larson with the EV Booster Club Scholarship.
Okay, not as tall, even with my heels. Okay, we had 3 recipients this year who will each get a $1,000 scholarship. So it'll go to Marissa Bennett, Lily Hartle, and Travis Halsey. Thank you. Good job.
Good job.
Thanks, Jolene. Our next scholarship is presented by the Tilden Meadow Grove Community Foundation. And here's a fun bit of Falcon history. Nancy Schultz Brandt, who generously offers an education scholarship alongside her husband for EV students, shared that her father's memorial funds helped to launch this very foundation. Even more special, her brother served on the board for several years. It's a wonderful reminder that once a Falcon, always a Falcon. Presenting this award is Brian Cook.
Good evening. The Tilden Meadow Grove Community Foundation awards a $1,000 scholarship each year to a graduating Elkhorn Valley senior. The requirements for this scholarship are a minimum of a C grade average, 20 hours of community service completed outside of the school, complete an essay outlining the impact of their community service and what they have learned from it, along with 2 letters of recommendation. With that, I would like to grant this scholarship to this year's recipient, Jacob Lynn. Congratulations, sir. Picture time.
That's awesome.
Okay, can you hear better now? Ooh, that even, yeah? Because I'm loud to begin with. The New to You Community Thrift Store has made an incredible impact on our community. Their commitment to supporting local residents and investing in the future of Tilden and the surrounding areas helps make this place we're all proud to call home. A huge thank you to the amazing volunteers who give their time to make these opportunities available for our students. We are all truly blessed. Pat Decker is here to present.
Thank you to all the generous donors and shoppers at our store. This year we are giving 11 $500 scholarships to Carly Broberg, Lexi Carnes, Paxton Cleveland, Hazelyn Glenn, Lilia Godel, Lily Hegeman, Jay Halsey, Travis Halsey, Lily Hartle, Jacob Land, and Easton Rystrom.
Next, we're proud to present the awards and scholarships from our local VFW, American Legion, and Legion Auxiliary. We'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank these organizations for their ongoing support of our school and our students. In addition to providing scholarships for our graduating seniors, they also contribute to meaningful experiences like County Government Day and Boys and Girls State. This year, Ocean Leister will be representing us at Girls State. We are incredibly fortunate to have their continued support and dedication to our students. Jerry Lillo, Tom Nelson, and Pat Decker are here to present those scholarships.
The American Legion Auxiliary Post 170 scholarships go to, in the amount of $500 each, Paxton Cleveland and AJ Camden.
Good evening, everybody. Ooh, that's loud. These next scholarships, there's two for the VFW. They're $500 a piece, and we have 3 for the Legion. They're each $500 a piece as well. The things we had these kids do this evening are, for this, they had to write a paragraph or a summary of who their closest relative was that was a veteran and what they did and how they served, and also inform us about their college goals and plans and what major program that they were involved in. Okay, to start out, we'll do VFW first. This year's recipient of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Scholarship is Lily Hartle. The next one, Veterans of Foreign War Scholarship, presented to Jacob Lind. For the Legion scholarships this year, we have Marissa Bennett, Lilia Bedell, and Paisley Glenn.
Up next is the Tilden Young Men's Club Scholarship. We are truly lucky to live in a community that consistently goes above and beyond, and the Young Men's Club is a perfect example of that commitment. Their support helps our EV students take the next step in their education, especially as they pursue college opportunities right here in the area. Here to present this year's recipient is Kyle Shoemaker.
Good evening, oh, you're right, all right. She warned me too. Good evening, I'm Kyle Shoemaker. I have the opportunity to represent the Tilden Young Men's Club and award our group's 2025 academic scholarship. The Tilden Young Men's Club was founded in 2016 with the mission to serve the Tilden area in a positive and respectable manner by promoting community pride and betterment through events, activities, and service. Service is our group's top priority because it is our way to give back to our community and set an example for this next generation of community leaders. This year's scholarship applicants were asked to write a short essay on their community service, why they chose to volunteer, and what they garnered from that experience. We want to first thank all of our applicants, and through our committee deliberation have chosen one outstanding individual for our $1,000 scholarship. This individual wrote, "Community service is a part of who I am. I've always felt like helping others is just something we should do. It is my privilege to award the 2025 Tilden Young Men's Club Scholarship to Jacob Lind."
Amber Wilcox from Cornerstone Bank is here to present the certificate to the recipient of their scholarship.
The 2025 Cornerstone Bank Scholarship is awarded to Jay Halsey.
Thank you.
Mary Dietrich from County Line Insurance is here to present the Road to Success Scholarship.
Good evening. On behalf of County Line Insurance and Grinnell Mutual, I am pleased to present this Road to Success Scholarship Award in the amount of $1,000. Jacob Lind is among only 80 seniors selected from thousands of eligible applicants in 12 states throughout the Midwest. The selection was based on Jacob's excellence in the classroom and on the roadways. This is the 20th year for the Road to Success program sponsored by County Line Insurance and Grinnell Mutual. This will be our third recipient receiving the Road to Success Scholarship from County Line Insurance. Congratulations, Jacob.
Thank you.
A representative from Tyson was unable to be here tonight, but we want to be sure to recognize the recipient of the Beef and Pork Scholarship Program. Please stand and be recognized, Paislyn Glenn. Now we will present Academic Achievement Awards with Mrs. Novicki up first with the NVC Principal's All Academic Team.
We are no longer in the NVC, Mrs. Hani.
Oh, sorry.
We are in the GNAC, and they also do a Principal's All Academic Team. It's open to juniors and seniors. Have to have a 3.5 or better GPA and have to be involved in at least one conference activity. There's my list. Seniors are Jessica Black, Carly Broberg. You don't have to put them on them unless they want them. Paxton Cleveland, Paislyn Glenn, Lilia Godel, Jackson Halsey, Travis Halsey, Lily Hartle, Cadence Leister, Helen Olendick, Easton Rystrom. Jackson for the rest of this week. We're going by formal names this week, by the way. Jackson does not like it. Yes. Hey, Mason Knits, by the way, everyone up here was really glad to see you made it on time. Congrats. All right, you may sit. Juniors, Ireland Behringer, Allison Bromley, Cadence DeWitt, Ashlyn Dexter Passion, Carissa Gale, Aubrey Lawson, Ocean Leister, Evan Slocum, Benjamin Taki, Skylar Tegler, Caitlin Warnicki, Jarrett Warner, and Corbin Warner. The GNAC also recognizes scholastic recognition for an ACT score 28 and above. These two, Corbin and Ocean, both scored at least a 28 on the ACT. Good job. The President's Education Award for Academic Excellence is based on your GPA, school activity involvement, and leadership as well. When I call your name, please come forward. Mrs. Hani will give you your certificate. Freshmen, Samantha Bledsoe, Abe Johnson, Ava Cook, Gentry Paulson, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, Delaney Tegler, Sawyer Tegler, Calvin Tees, Kendall Werner, and Kellen Wilkin. Sophomores, Logan Black, Kale Haysbrook, Casey King, Mazzy Kuhar, Calvin Malhoff, Emerson Penny, Delilah Qualsett, Cameron Rutjens, Landon Rutjens, Autumn Smith. Juniors, Ireland Behringer, Cadence DeWitt, Ocean Leaster, Evan Slocum, Benjamin Taki, Skylar Tegler, Caitlin Warnicki, Jarrett Werner, Corbin Werner. Seniors, Jessica Black, Carly Broberg, Paisley Glenn, Lilia Godel, Jackson Halsey, Travis Halsey, and Jacob Lind. This year, the recipients of the Believers and Achievers Award given by the NSAA was Jessica Black and Carly Broberg. At the beginning, I was supposed to do a shout out to the 7th period study hall. They said they would be home watching, and I was supposed to give them a shout out because they came in, set this all up in about 30 minutes. I didn't have to ask them to do all kinds of things. They were actually running and they listened to directions. So that's pretty good if you have an 8th grader and they helped set this up today, and a 7th grader, I guess. It took them about 30 minutes and they followed directions the first time. Who knew? Thank you all for your participation, student athletes, academic students, all of you that work hard. You were involved in a lot of things. I know the spring is really hard. At one point I counted, we had several students that had missed about 9 days straight of school because of activities. They're getting home at 10 o'clock at night. They're still maintaining the GPAs that they have. I didn't say they weren't grouchy at school, but they're here. Good job.
Our Omaha World Herald 2025 All Academic Program Honorable Mention recognizes distinguished scholarship by an elite member of the Nebraska class of 2025. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Honorable mention goes to JJ Black and Paisley Glenn. Our teachers will now present their classroom awards. Up first is Mr. Maya with the Art Awards.
Hello. All right. So we're going to get started with the Art Awards. We're going to start by recognizing our ESU 8 and GNAC conference ribbon winners. As you guys know, art is very subjective. Those in my class, I thought we did a pretty well job this year. So if I call your name, please stand and be recognized. So there's quite a bit of them because we have a pretty talented group of kids in my classroom. So Kaylee Bartling, Al Hani, Delilah Qualsett, Corbin Werner, Aubrey Nicodem, Evan Slocum, Al Hani, Emma Lammers, Connor Wilkins, Caitlin Kaloff, Cadence Leister, Evan Slocum, J. John Holcamp, Lily Gaudel, Adam Dexter, Isaiah Eckert, Caden Howard, Marissa Bennett. So if I called your name, please stand to be recognized. These were our award winners for ESU 8 and GNAC. All right, and so now for my classroom art winners. Your guys' medals are already in your envelope, so when I call your name, please stand to be recognized. For Art 1, we have Marissa Bennett and Yoli Lopez Brady. For Art 2, we have Emma Lammers. For Art 3, we have Al Hani and Brian Melanco. And then for Art 4 are two of my seniors. I've really enjoyed having them in class. They're kind of our backbone or our powerhouse in the art department, so I am going to miss them quite a bit. So we have Lilia Godel and Cadence Leister. All right, up next we have Laura Parks.
If I could have the Business and Computer Science Award students stand when their name is recognized, please. These are given to students who have received the highest grades and show the most character in class. High school careers: Paisley Glenn, Lillian Hageman, Jay Halsey, and Easton Rystrom. Personal finance: JJ Black, Carly Broberg, Lilia Gaudel, Paisley Glenn. Digital media: Evan Decker, Emma Lammers, and Delilah Qualsett. Accounting 1, Ireland Behringer and Calvin Moloff. Information Technology 1, Al Hani, Erica Lewis, Landon Rutchins, Katie Warnicki, and Connor Wilkins. Computer Science: Mazzy Kuhart, Autumn Smith, Max Schaefer, Cameron Rutchins, and Connor Wilkins. Information to Business: Evan Decker, Ashlyn Dexter, and Emma Lammers. I also would like to recognize our yearbook members, so if you could stand. Cadence Leister, Lilia Gaudel, Kaylee Bartling, Ashlyn Dexter, Katie Warnicki, Skylar Taegler, Landon Rutchins, Emerson Penny, Delilah Qualsett, Nathan Gilman, and Delaney Taegler. Thank you for all of your time and dedication. Next is Mr. Dittmer with the English department.
So I'm with the high school English end of things, and it is extremely tough to select winners for the Language Arts Awards because we have so many peerless students. But the final selections are determined by a student's passion for writing, reading, and willingness to participate in class, as well as their aptitude in the subject. The English 9 award goes to Ava Cook. English 10 goes to Emerson Penny and Mazzy Kuhar. The American Lit, which is Junior English, award goes to Ocean Leister and Kenny Peterson. And the Senior English award, it's British literature, but it goes to Paisley Glenn. And I know that the rest of his class is going to be pretty upset with him just because he never gives them a chance to talk in class, but it's well earned. Jay Halsey.
All right, so my name is Mrs. Wyatt, and in addition to my junior high classes, I teach 9th grade English and speech, Tonight, I'm recognizing 4 students for their achievement in the speech class. So each of these individuals put a great deal of effort into their presentations and were also very supportive audience members for their classmates. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. The first semester Honors Night Award winners are Ava Cook and Willow Taki. The second semester award winners are Delaney Tagler and Kendall Warner. Congratulations. Next up is Mrs. Novicki with the Family and Consumer Science Awards.
Hopefully I won't mess this up. As you all know, Mrs. Knust is home with her new baby that she had last week, so I am going to present her awards. I put your awards in your packets, so if they're messed up, bring them back tomorrow. I think they're okay. I double-checked, but I could be wrong. For this evening, Mrs. Knust would like to honor and recognize the following students for not only great academic achievement and work, but also for their outstanding leadership within the class. These students go above and beyond to help me out. They advocate in a positive manner, add great class discussions, and have helped provide a positive environment for all of us to be in. When I call your name, please stand and be recognized as your certificates are in your packets. Nutrition, Easton Rystrom, Mazzy Kuhar, and Autumn Smith. Independent Living, Izzy Pitzer. Parenting, Lilia Godel, Paisley Glenn, and Carly Broberg. Child Development, Allie Bromley. Psychology, Aubrey Nicodem. Healthy Relationships, JJ Black, Lily Hartle, Paisley Glenn, Kellen Olendick, and Skylar Tegler. Mrs. Knust would also like to recognize one more student who has successfully completed EDU 150 and EDU 250, which are dual credit classes through Wayne State College. She plans on obtaining an early childhood degree. Please help me congratulate Lexi Carnes. Next up are the math geniuses.
So I teach the high school math classes, and I'd like to start by just reflecting on my year. Lots of years you go home and you vent about how rough your day was and how stressful it was, and this has not happened this year to me. So I'm going to say a heartfelt thanks to all my students for being well behaved and just good learners. I'm going to say a special thanks to Lila Hegeman, that she brightens my day every 8th period with her positive attitude and her willingness to work. So I'm going to recognize everybody who made an A in both semesters in all my classes, but the award goes to the highest average in each class. So in geometry, we've got Ava Cook, Mazzy Kuhar, and Kendall Warner. And the award winner is Mazzy Kuhar with an average of 98 for the year. I only have two students in calculus. They both had A's the whole year. That's Paisley Glenn and Jacob Lind. And the award winner is Jacob. In pre-calculus, we have Ireland Behringer, Allie Bromley, BJ Taki, Katie Warnicki, and Corbin Warner. And the recipient of that award is Corbin with a 98 for the year. I have 35 students in tech math. With 2 class periods. I wish I had like a whole ton of names to call out with all A's, but I have quite a few with A's both semesters, so I'm going to go through here. Travis Halsey with his pink Crocs. That's from Mrs. Debicki. We got Mason Knits. Lilia Godel. Jackson, don't call me Jay Halsey. Ocean Leister. Kellen Olendick. Kenny Peterson. And that's everybody with all A's both semesters. The 2 highest averages, they were tied, were Travis and Lilia, both with a 99 average. So I had to average their entire year's test today while I was at the golf course. And Lilia's overall test average was 98.42, Travis 98.34, which gives Lilia the award for the class. Good job, both of you. Only got 21 in Algebra 2, that's only 1 class period. Anyway, both semesters with A's, we got Logan Black, we got Cameron Koloff, and Mazzy Kuhar. She took 2 classes this year of math. She likes math so much. We got Emerson Penny. We got Cameron Rutchins, Landon Rutchins, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, and Kellen Wilkin. There's also a tie in this class for highest average. Mazzy and Emerson both came out with a 98, and Mazzy's test score was 0.16 points higher than Emerson. So Mazzy took 2 math classes, got the award in both math classes. Very impressive. And my final class is statistics, and 1 student had an A both semesters, so there was no tiebreaker on this one. That would be Jessica Black. I appreciate everybody taking statistics though, because that class is dry. It's very, yeah, you got to read a lot, and it's hard to get through. So anyway, that's what I got for tonight. Thank you all for your hard work this year, and please keep it up as we go through the next few years.
I am not going to be near as entertaining, but if you think he was making that up, I looked at the paper and there's definitely rounded to the nearest 100th decimals there. Mine is based on the top of the class in effort, attitude, and academics. In Algebra 1 was Lexi Carnes. I teach an informal geometry class, Sawyer Tegler. And where I had to do a lot of comparing was my Algebra 2, and it came down to Delilah Qualsett. I appreciate everyone's effort this year too, and I'd like to have Mrs. Gale up here now.
I'm going to talk a little bit more than everybody else, but that's because if you look at the back of the page, I'm not on there. So I'm taking care of 2 things in one. So if I could have, we have 47 band students this year. If I could have you all stand and be recognized, all 47. Thank you, band, for your talent, your hard work, your time, your dedication to all aspects of band, the marching band, the pet band, the concert band, honor bands, jazz band, etc. There are a lot of thank yous that need to be given this evening when it comes to the music department. The biggest thank you is to the students for all that you do at Elkhorn Valley, not just in music, but everywhere, in keeping music alive here. Thank you to the parents, our community, and the EV staff for all of your support in the music program. Thank you to the custodial staff who wear many hats, and when it comes to the music department, they are so helpful when it comes to setup, take down, and everything else in between. As I've said several times this year, I've been blessed this year with amazing students to work with. I'm going to repeat what Mr. Klein said. It's just been an amazing year when it comes to behavior and hard work and how smooth everything has gone. We've made some great music and some memories, and we have many more to come. I'd first like to recognize and thank this year's drum major, Olivia Otis, if you'll stand, please. Stay standing, Olivia. It's really hard being a first-year drum major. It's not as easy as it looks in many ways, and Olivia hung in there and grew a great deal. Thank you for your leadership skills and leading the band. I know next year you'll be able to relax a little bit more and enjoy it a little bit more. Fortunately for me, maybe not so much for Olivia, she is also my TA. So she does much more than just lead the band. She helps with music, housekeeping, uniforms, robes, etc., etc., etc. So thank you, Olivia. Although all of the letter awards, district music contest certificates, and the many other certificates are in your award packets, there are a few that are very special that we give this evening. There are 3 awards that are the highest, most prestigious awards given in the band department and in many schools. These awards will have the student's name on the plaques in the band room and displayed forever and ever. I love going back and going through those names with the elementary students. Oh, that's my aunt. Oh, that's my mom. Oh, that's my grandma. So I love going through that, and those names will be there, and hopefully, we will continue to talk about them. The Louis Armstrong Award is given to a student or students who have outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. Jazz band students not only enjoy playing their instrument, but they enjoy the style and the small ensemble feel of a jazz band. Jazz bands put in extra time into playing their instrument. The selected students have contributed to the jazz band and are much appreciated for their talent and time. Congratulations, Jessica Black and Carly Broberg, for being this year's recipients of the Louis Armstrong Award. Please come forward. Thanks, girls. The next award is the Gold Directors Award. This is given to the student with the second highest letter points. I have been impressed with this student's talent and appreciate her technical skills as well as her confidence and volume. She has assured me that she will probably not go on and play in the college band or at the Philharmonic or maybe never play her instrument again. But I do think she has the talent to do so. Congratulations, Paisley Glenn, as the Gold Directors Award recipient. Please come forward. The last and the most prestigious honor given in the band department this evening is the John Philip Sousa Award. This goes to an individual who has been very dedicated to the band program. This award requires the student have acquired the most letter points of all students. It has been rewarding for me to watch the student grow as a musician in several areas. She not only plays the trombone, but also plays the piano and the marimba as well. We are a better band with her confidence and leadership in concert band, marching band, jazz band, and although she isn't able to play much pet band, I appreciate that she is one of the few that is hustling to get her instrument to help our sound on a few songs after she plays a hard-fought basketball game. I'm pleased and honored to name Jessica Black as this year's recipient of the John Philip Sousa Award. I'm going to move on to the choral department. If I could have all 32 members of the choir stand up and be recognized. Thank you, choir, for your voices, your time, dedication, and love for music. The majority of the certificates are in your packet, like the band. However, the next 3 awards are the high awards given in the vocal department. The student earning the most points throughout the 4 years of choir is given the top award in choir, called the Outstanding Choral Award. This individual has stepped up many times to share her talent by singing the anthem, solos at contest and home show, and several honor choirs. Her talent and volume has helped our choir and show choir sing better and stronger. I've appreciated her leadership and her passion for music, both vocally and instrumentally. I'm very happy that she'll be sharing her talent again next year with a new choir teacher and a new audience. Congratulations, Paisley Glenn, for earning the Outstanding Choral Award.
We found it.
The next award given this evening is called the Jean Warwick Leadership Award. This is given to a student or students who have helped the choir not only with their talents, but their leadership. These students lead with their singing and their actions. They enjoy music, singing, and have led on a day-to-day basis in choir and or in show choir. They take singing and the vocal music program seriously and use their passion for music to better not only themselves, but others around them. I'm pleased to announce that Paisley Glenn, Cadence DeWitt, and Delilah Qualsett are this year's recipients. The final award given this evening is given to a show choir member or members that display wonderful performance skills and has contributed greatly to the show choir. It is called the Outstanding Showcase Award. We appreciate their desire and input when putting the show choir together just as much as being on the stage and performing. Their smiles and performing are fun to watch. This year's the Outstanding Showcase Award goes to Paisley Glenn, Jessica Black, Kellen Olendick, Cameron Rutchins, and Autumn Smith. Please come forward. The final award I'm going to give this evening is called the Distinguished Service Award. And although I don't have a plaque to display their names, I feel like it's a very special award given. It's given to a student or students that do just that. They step up and help, even if not asked to do so. They see or know something needs done, and they do it. Or they are just asking, what can they do to help? This award is given to a student or students that have to do a little bit more than the rest, or just do a little bit more than the rest. These particular students do things on their free time. They are doing TA work, but are not officially TAs or getting credit to do so. There have been numerous tasks that have saved me so much time as they step up, ask if they can help, and then do. One of the recipients even asked after post-prom this year, not a junior, do we need to stick around and clean up? And I said, that is just who that person is, always asking what they can do. If that's not the work ethic that we want from our students, I don't know what is. Way to go, Mom and Dad, for raising these great kids. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the following individuals: Isaiah Eckert, Isaac Eckert, Cadence DeWitt, Delaney Tegler, and Chase Andrews. And now we have Mrs. Vaughn.
I'm going to present for weight training and co-ed PE. What a great time to have a nice spring cold, sorry. Weight training, co-ed PE, and health, and our Falcon Physical Fitness Awards. The top 2 lifters for this year based on work ethic, effort, and attitude are Kellen Oledick and Corbin Werner. Kellen, you guys can just stand, sorry. Your awards are in your packets. For PE, I had a few things written down, but the bottom line is I want to thank the freshmen for an amazing year as well. But along with playing all of their favorite games and sports and activities that we do, all of these students can proudly say they are certified in CPR and know how to use a tourniquet. I hope they never have to do either. But they did accomplish that this year in health. But the following students have displayed wonderful qualities in the gym and classroom, not only with respect, work ethic, and attitude, but their knowledge of activities, teamwork, and leadership qualities. And I look and I see that I can give this award to several students, but I had to pick the top 8. Those 8 students, please stand, are Abe Johnson, Ava Cook, Gentry Paulson, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, Delaney Tagler, and Kendall Werner. And finally, the Falcon Physical Fitness Award winners are Haley Hartle, receiving her first award, Kellen Wilkin, receiving his first award, Ava Cook, receiving her second, Jolie Johnson, receiving her third, Larissa Vaughn, her fourth, Kendall Werner, her 8th, and we have 3 students that have received a Physical Fitness Award winning time effort for all 9 years, Gentry Paulson, Ashley Shute, and Willow Taki. And now up is the science department.
Okay, I am Jeff Meyer, and I teach science, better known as the application of math. Your awards, when you're going through them, when you get home and you're really scouring, trying to find that science award, it's in my pocket. Forgot to put it in your bag, so you will get it when I see you next. My first award will be for chemistry, and that one was a tough one. Went back and forth on it, and I decided, well, whoever knows how many lithium atoms are in lithium sulfate would be the winner. And oh, Corbin, that was so close. We were joking about that. No, the recipient of this is going to be Ocean Leister. Well done, Ocean. Had a great year in chemistry. Thank you. And then in anatomy, one recipient there, JJ. Thanks, JJ. And then in biology, you had to be considered for this. Of course, you had to be in biology. You also had to be tied for that one math award, it looks like. And I have 2 recipients. It's Mazzy Kuhar and Emerson Penny. You're both recipients. No tiebreaker needed. Okay, that's all I have. Thanks.
I am presenting for Mr. Carlin. He bases his awards on citizenship, participation, and academic achievement. The winners for physical science are Samantha Bledsoe and Abe Johnson. For chemistry, it is Ireland Behringer. And I think it was a really tough race in physics. I've subbed in that class before, and I bet it was a hard decision. But Jacob Lind, you are the winner of the Physics Award. And next up is Mrs. Prater.
Good evening. Tonight I want to recognize 3 students. They've each achieved the highest GPA for both first and second semesters combined in each Spanish 1, 2, and 3. So when I say your name, please stand and be recognized. For Spanish 1, Willow Taki. For Spanish 2, Emerson Penny. And for Spanish 3, Carissa Gill.
Mr. Prater and Mr. Woodcock. Perfect, here we go.
Thanks, guys. I have 2 sections of world history for sophomores, and to get this award, you had to have a 99 or above for both semesters. And the awards for class in 5th period, Landon Rutchins. And for 7th period is Cale Haysbrook, Mazzy Kuhar, Emerson Penny, Delilah Qualson, and Cameron Rutchins. Up next is Mr. Wickheiser.
All right, I'd like to present awards for the high school social studies classroom. It's been an excellent year of learning. I challenged the students all year academically, and they've accepted that challenge. It's really been a rewarding year. So thank you to all of the students. I'm going to call out some award winners here in just shortly in a moment, but there are many who won't receive an award, but we recognized your efforts as well. Great work all year. So, the criteria are coming in a second, but these were consistent among the following students I'm going to name all year for the juniors and seniors and all semester for the freshmen, because theirs is a semester course. So they had a very, very high grade. Their work was detailed and analytical, and that included in assessments, submitted work, class participation, and group work. So for the freshmen, they took geography, and I have 7. I have some from one semester and some from the other, but it was really hard to narrow that down because these kids all really were at the top. Please stand to be recognized, and all of the awards are in the packets. Ava Cook, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, Delaney Tegler, Kendall Werner, Kellen Wilkin. Junior year, United States History. Our college prep advanced section, there are 5. Ireland Behringer, Skylar Tegler, Katie Warnicki, Jared Werner, Corbin Werner. For U.S. History juniors, the vocational section, there are 2, Allie Bromley and Kenny Peterson. Seniors, American Government, our advanced section, there are 4, J.J. Black, Paisley Glenn, Lilia Godel, and Jacob Lind. Government or vocational section, there is 1, Easton Rystrom. Congratulations to all. It's been an excellent year. I'd also like to announce and recognize our student council for this year. So please stand as we call your name. The following are student body officers. President of student body, Jacob Lind. Vice President, J.J. Black. Secretary, Lily Hartle. Treasurer, Jay Halsey. Senior representatives, Marissa Bennett and Isaac Eckert. Junior representatives, Katie Warnicki and Jared Werner. Sophomore representatives, Emerson Penny, Cameron Rutchins. And freshman representatives, Abe Johnson and Chase Schwartz. These kids did an excellent job at representing their classmates and being involved in a variety of activities. A few highlights, that they're heavily involved with the dance team in the fall to make homecoming a truly special presentation here in the fall at Elkhorn Valley. And sponsoring, I think it's a favorite of theirs, the junior high dance annually. And then coming up, we're going to host the senior tea on Thursday after the seniors rehearse. So once again, a great job to our student council for representing their classmates well. Thank you.
Why don't you go ahead and stand and stretch for a second, and then we'll get started with the next part. We'll continue on with scholarships, and the next scholarship comes from Larry Innes and his family, who believe deeply in the importance of paying it forward. After high school, Larry had scholarship offers to play basketball, but chose to enlist in the Marines, and in a twist of fate during a pickup game before deployment, he found himself playing alongside the coach of the Marine basketball team, and ended up joining that team instead of being sent to Vietnam. After his service, Larry used the GI Bill to attend Northeast and Wayne State, eventually earning his master's degree. Education has always been a priority for both Larry and his wife, who is also actively involved in the Teammates Mentoring Program. When Larry inherited his family farm, he knew he wanted to use it to give back. Supporting students in achieving their goals, the Innes family continues to provide 3 scholarships to 3 EV alumni that were also involved in Teammates: Madison Parker, Cody Qualsett, and Kenzie Mutum. And this year's recipient of the Larry and Lily, Dale, and Betty Innes Family Scholarship is Lexi Carnes. We're incredibly fortunate that the alumni of Tilden High continue to keep their school legacy alive by supporting the students at Elkhorn Valley. Over the years, they've shared some very fun memories, like the legendary giant study hall, the ever-present dictionary, cold lunches brought from home since hot lunches didn't start until 64-65. But beyond the building, what really made Tilden High special were the teachers and the memories they made there. Their continued support is a testament to the pride they have in their roots and their belief in investing in the future. What a great group of people. It gives me pleasure to award Jay Halsey with the Tilden Alumni Scholarship.
Also known as. You just read that. I don't see.
Of course, I just dropped my papers on the ground. It'll be okay. Each year, the staff at Elkhorn Valley happily pays a small fee for the chance to wear jeans to work, because when comfort supports a cause, it's a win-win. Those jeans days do more than just boost morale. They help fund a scholarship for one of our graduating seniors. As a school that values education deeply, it's incredibly rewarding to support a student who is continuing their journey of learning and growth. It's my pleasure to present this year's Jeans Day Scholarship to JJ Black. Next, we're honored to present the Lois Larson Memorial Scholarship. The Larson name is one you may recognize, as several members of the family have proudly attended Elkhorn Valley over the years. Lois deeply valued education, and she believed in its power to open doors and create opportunities. As a former country school teacher, she never stopped asking her grandchildren how school was going and cheering on their successes. Education was truly a family passion. Her sister was an English professor at Midland University, and her 3 sons are Elkhorn Valley graduates, along with several grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Here to present this special scholarship is her grandson Chad's wife, Jolene. The Lois Larson Memorial Scholarship goes to Hazelyn Glenn. Ruth Lenzer made a lasting impact on the Tilden community. She and her husband moved here in 1964, where she served as the city librarian and managed the first low-income government apartments. After her husband's passing in 1967, Ruth returned to college, finishing her degree at Wayne State. continued to serve as the children's librarian for 21 years, and her dedication to education didn't stop there. Ruth also served on the Elkhorn Valley School Board for 12.5 years before moving to Lincoln. Being involved in giving back to her community was always a priority for her. We're proud to honor her legacy with the Ruth Linzer Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipient is Lily Hartle. Next, we're proud to present the Paul and Carrie Corkle Scholarship. After speaking with several people to learn more about Mr. and Mrs. Corkle, I discovered that they were well-known members of the community, having owned Corkle Farm Supply. One of their two daughters became involved in education, and in her parents' honor approached Elkhorn Valley to establish a scholarship foundation for students. Thanks to their generosity, the foundation was created with an initial donation of $10,000, and the scholarship has been awarded since 1995. It is with great respect that we present this year's recipient of the Paul and Carrie Corkle Scholarship to Carly Broberg. The EV Foundation was originally established with a generous $10,000 donation from the Corkle family, and since then many families in our community have contributed, creating a lasting legacy of support for Elkhorn Valley's graduating seniors. If you take a moment to check out in the trophy case near the new gym, far right side next to the statuette of Coach Derek Warner, yes, our Coach Warner, and I know I still can't believe it myself, you'll see a plaque full with names. These are some individuals who have created memorial scholarships to honor loved ones. Some you may know, some you may not, but all share one goal: helping you reach your educational dreams. We're proud to present this year's recipient of the EV Foundation Scholarship to Jacob Lind. Next, we have the Robert and Joan Hodgson's Memorial Scholarship. Robert grew up in Kansas and put his education on hold to enlist in the Navy and serve in World War II. After the war, he returned home, completed high school, and went to earn his veterinary degree from Kansas State University. An ad in a magazine led him to Nebraska, where he began his career as a veterinarian. Education, science, and agriculture were values Robert held close, and he remained committed to those ideals throughout his life. He also gave back to the community, serving the Elkhorn Valley School Board for 12 years. The recipients for this year's scholarship are Lillian Hageman and Paisley Glenn. Next is the Tilden Community Hospital Healthcare Career Scholarship. This scholarship was established a few years before the hospital closed with the goal of supporting Elkhorn Valley seniors pursuing careers in healthcare. Even after the hospital's doors closed, the board remained committed to that mission, setting aside funds to ensure students with a passion for helping others could continue to be supported in their journey. This year's recipient is Lily Hartle. Next is the Harold Ritter Memorial Scholarship. Harold Ritter was true original, a farmer, woodcarver, inventor with a boundless curiosity and a knack for turning ideas into reality. If he imagined it, he built it. often using whatever happened to be lying around his shop. His creativity and resourcefulness were unmatched, and he had a gift for understanding how things worked just by looking at them. He had a deep love for Nebraska, planting over 1,000 trees on his land, and was a generous supporter of places like the Antelope County Museum, Pearson Wildlife Museum, where he found inspiration for many of his intricate carvings. Harold's legacy lives on through this scholarship, encouraging Elkhorn Valley students to think big, explore boldly, and never stop creating. This year's recipient of the Harold Ritter Memorial Scholarships are Paxton Cleveland and Paisley Glenn. Next is the Junior Falcon Basketball Scholarship. How special is it that this scholarship goes to students who started as little Junior Falcons and grew into leaders who gave back to the very program that helped shape them? These recipients not only played basketball every year they were eligible, but they also dedicated time to helping with the Junior Falcon events, serving as mentors and role models, the kind of teammates others could always count on. They've shown up, led by example, and stayed committed both on and off the court, never missing games due to discipline or academics. This year's recipients of the Junior Falcon Basketball Scholarship are JJ Black and Carly Broberg. I'm honored to present the Wrestling Scholarship on behalf of the committee. They are incredibly proud of the dedication, growth, and accomplishments shown on and off the mat. This year's recipients are Lillian Hegeman and Travis Halsey. Tim Hart became a fan and avid supporter of wrestling when his sons Doug and Tyler started wrestling at a very young age. From that time until his passing on May 5, 2023, he could often be found sitting matside with his camera and a bag of popcorn, taking pictures and supporting the team. As many of you know, wrestling is more of a family than a team, and Tim thought of his wrestlers as his kids. With this scholarship, Tim can continue to support wrestlers at Elkhorn Valley. The recipient of the Tim Hart Wrestling Memorial Scholarship is Mason Nitz. Tim Hart graduated from Elkhorn Valley Schools with the class of 1979. His wife, Candy, and children, Taryn, Doug, and Tyler, also graduated from Elkhorn Valley, supporting the school by attending sporting events, music, band concerts, and any of the speech and one-act play shows that he could. He was very important to him. Elkhorn Valley was special to Tim, and with this scholarship, he can continue to support the students who graduate from Elkhorn Valley. The recipient of the Tim Hart Memorial Scholarship is Jay Halsey. I will finish my part of the evening by recognizing students that have received merit scholarships and college scholarships from the college that they've applied to throughout the year while working on making that final decision as to where they want to attend. I apologize if I miss anyone. I've been asking for these since they started applying to schools at the beginning of the school year. And the last couple of weeks has been a rush because it's honors night. So if I miss somebody, please let me know because I don't want to miss having you on the insert for the graduation program. Please stand and be recognized. Kaylee Bartling, UNL's O&G Kammerer Scholarship. Marissa Bennett, Northeast Community College Mary Ann Thowendal Memorial Scholarship. Jessica Jane Black, Wayne State College President's Commitment Scholarship, Wayne State College Leadership Waiver, and Wayne State College Basketball Scholarship. Carly Roberg, Concordia University Basketball Scholarship, Concordia University Academic Scholarship, Mount Marty Basketball Scholarship, Mount Marty Academic Scholarship. Paxton Cleveland, Northeast Community College Nebraska Careers Scholar Scholarship. Paisley Glenn, Northeast Nebraska Agribusiness Council Scholarship. Lilia Godel, Wayne State College Dean's Scholarship. Lillian Hageman, Southeast Community College Wrestling Scholarship. Jacob Lind, University of Nebraska at Lincoln Academic Scholarship. Mason Nitz, Dome Wrestling Scholarship, Southeast Community College Wrestling Scholarship. Kellen Olendick, Northeast Nebraska Community College Nebraska Jazz Festival Scholarship. Isabel Pitzer, Northeast Nebraska Community College Nebraska Career Scholars Scholarship. All right, let's keep going. Can you hear me? Do I need to turn it? What do you mean, like this? Mr. Myers probably next, right? So, I'm cross country is going to start off this, and I have some thank yous to do. I want to thank my assistant coach, Shana Cornett. I loved her positive attitude and willingness to learn a whole new sport. I want to thank the Booster Club because they're very valuable to our school and they always support us well. We had something new happen to us this year. We don't get like themed nights or anything, but we had a group of students come to a meet, bring us snacks and posters. It was really fun to have that kind of student participation at a meet. And then I want to thank the parents. This is a sport that the parents really get to be involved. They're either doing locker decoration, snacks, drinks, cheerleading, spraying waters, and just running all over the course, cheering for the athletes. And we couldn't be as successful as we are without them. I think I need walkie-talkies next year, I decided, because that way I can be telling Meredith, go tell Jenny to go tell this person to get their butt moving, and so I can't do it without you parents, and grandparents, and relatives, just everybody that comes. It's so fun to see all the people there. Thank you very much. We've had a very successful, sorry, let's give them a round of applause. Sorry. I get nervous and start talking too fast.
I'm very proud of all the runners this year. We've had extremely great chemistry, we had great leadership, and a lot of friendly competition, especially amongst the boys team, which made us all better runners. And they both made it to state, both teams made it to state, and that's first time in history that we've done that, so they need a round of applause for doing that. All right, I'm going to make them stand now. I wasn't going to make them stand up first. Okay, Isaiah Eckert, Isaac Eckert, Abe Johnson, Evan Decker, Landon Rutgens, Casey King, Calvin Moloff, Chase Andrews, and Keith Campbell were on the boys team. I'm kind of disappointed Isaac and Isaiah aren't here because they were very involved and they were very successful. Isaac was a 4-time qualifier, both individually and as a team, and he was my team captain. Isaiah was a 2-time qualifier, both individual and team, and he has the distinction of being the 4th fastest EV runner at state, which, if you know anything about Hunter Bennett, he's a legend. He didn't get all 4 fast times because Isaiah got in there at the 4th one, so he had to be satisfied with 5th. And they were both a part of the team that placed 6th at state in 2021. So, sorry, they weren't here. My girls team is Mazzy Kuhar, Marissa Bennett, Tegan Haysbrook, Caitlin Warnicki, Lillian Hageman, and Izzy Pitzer. I know you can read the program, but these girls were district runner-up, and I was very proud of them. We should have been runners-up, but somebody slid past us, and we beat them at district, so it was pretty satisfying. They knew when to compete. Marissa, you want to stand? Not really? I guess Lily and Izzy can join her, because they're all 3 seniors, but I'm going to start with she's a 3-time qualifier at state, both individually and team. And for the girls, she has the 5th fastest time at state. And she was also my team captain. She was amazing at that. Lily Hageman was a 2-time, did 2 times, took cross country for 2 years. And I really wish I would have had her for all 4. She may not have broke any records, but she was a great member of the team. And Lily must have talked her into it because she must have told her how much fun she had, because Izzy Pitzer decided as a senior to go out for cross country. I think she learned a lot about herself and a lot about the sport. You know, I have to give her credit though. She never gave up. I even offered to shorten a workout, like you don't really need to run that last mile. And she said, no, I'm going to do it. So she did it. So I have to give all the girls the teams made it to state, and I want to make sure that Abe and Katie stand up. Their times are the ones that helped, you know, the other ones qualified individually, but Katie and Abe are the 3rd score, and they ran their little heinies off because that's how they both made it. They got to go to state also. And then I gotta also mention Mazzy Kuhar. You gotta stand, Mazzy. She made it to state. She's broken all these records all season long. We could just go on and on, but she did get a medal at state, 6th place. Okay, that's it. It looks like dance is up next.
Yeah. At this time, I would like to give a special thank you to these high school dancers. I think you're supposed to stand up right there, high school dancers. They worked hard throughout the year, and I appreciate their dedication to dance. They came up with their own routines, made morning practices possible, competed at the state level in which they received 5th place and the Academic Excellence Award. Plus, did anything I asked of them. I'm trying to be as bubbly as Mrs. Kness, but I just don't think I'm quite there. Therefore, I would like to recognize the following 2024-2025 dancers who have successfully met the requirements to letter win. Please stand when I call your name. Oops. Ava Cook, Gentry Paulson, Ashley Shute, and Willow Taki. Sophomore, Autumn Smith. Juniors, Ireland Behringer, and co-captain Skylar Tedler. And I'm sure at this point she would be crying, but I'm not as sentimental as her, so I probably won't cry. And a special thank you and a big shout out to our senior who will be greatly missed. She was one who was always stepped up to the plate with the other team members in mind. All her hard work and leadership are appreciated. Please help me congratulate Paisley Glenn. She was also the captain.
Geez, Mr. Vicky, it's a good thing I was paying attention to the program itself.
Sorry, Mr. Black is next.
So, a couple thank yous for myself too. Number one, the administration, specifically Mr. Hani and the school board for providing athletic trainers on the sideline of football games this year. It's a fairly violent sport and injuries do happen, but it's a relief to know that you have trained professionals behind you to help you make some of those decisions, because player safety is extremely important to us. So thanks to Hallie Hart and Lisa Warner for being there to help with that. Thank you to the parents for your commitment and encouragement throughout the season. Thanks to the coaches' spouses for their sacrifices behind the scenes. Thank you to Mr. Dittmer and Mr. Prater for volunteering your time for being on the sidelines of the games. I know I should thank the custodial staff, but an apology is probably more appropriate. God bless them for going into the locker room during the football season. I mean, when you have to take 2 urinal cakes and zip tie them to an industrial fan and leave it on high 24 hours a day, that's saying something. And the funny thing is, all the guys in the room that played football, like, that smell doesn't change. It's the same, right? It's still the same. To our seniors, please stand. Mason, Kellen, Travis, and Anthony. Special thank you to you guys. Your dedication, leadership, and hard work over your high school careers have left a lasting impact on this program. You've helped set the tone for what it means to play football for Elkhorn Valley. I'm not sure I've come across a group of seniors who, as a whole, has demonstrated what the word toughness really means as much as you have. I've watched you all get knocked down, beat up, injured time and time again, and you just keep getting up and coming back for more. I expect we'll continue to see that throughout your lives. I am grateful for everything you have poured into this team. If the rest of the team would please stand, underclassmen. Everybody else? There they are. These guys wrapped up the season with a 4-5 record. Though they faced a number of challenges, we saw tremendous perseverance and growth. Leadership in practice was outstanding, and players took big steps forward in understanding the game and embracing their roles. I'm very proud of this group for being ready to step in and play when their number was called, even if that meant they didn't get a lot of time practicing that position, but that was just some of the situations we were in. We had a really good meeting this week, so I know the foundation is strong, the future is bright. I'm very proud of this group, and I am very excited for what lies ahead. Mrs. Vaughn.
I will also start with my thank yous. Thank you to Coach Eichman for all you do for our program. Thank you to everyone that helps and supports us on game nights and the whole season. A special thanks to those that travel and help do the book, including my mom and Jessie Hurdle. Thank you to all the fans and the student body for coming out, along with the pet band for playing. And there's several other thank yous, like Mr. Black said, thank you to the athletic trainers that see our kids, not just our athletes, but anybody in the student body a couple times a week. Custodians, our locker room girls, thank you, is not near as potent as that one is. So appreciate that. I can deal with messy, that's better than smelly. Thank you, parents, for your support and encouragement and all the time you put into the season, the early mornings and the late nights. Thanks for helping to feed the girls, and a couple parents, especially thank you for letting us invade your home for our team gatherings, and most importantly, thank you for allowing your girls to make the commitment to be a part of this team. I was gonna thank Stuart for being here and supporting me, but he's not here. But I've been coaching longer than I've been married to him, and both of those are 25 years and counting, so thank you. I would like the volleyball players to stand up. Thank you. You can stay standing. This group of ladies isn't just talented, they're determined, focused, competitors, and full of energy. They supported one another, and most importantly, they played like a team, and they became a family. And that's something special. We had our share of big wins and close calls. As a matter of fact, we had 20 wins, which is an amazing accomplishment. We had games where we dominated and games where we dug deep, showed heart, and still came up short. Through all of this, the girls were coachable, they were gritty, and they were just plain fun to be around. Parents and all of Falcon Nation, you should be proud of what they've accomplished and even prouder of who they are becoming, and it's an honor teaching and coaching them. Girls, you can sit down. I'm not going to read all of their honors they've received. There's plenty of them, and we are all super proud of them. But I do want to congratulate our seniors and give them a shout out. If you guys just want to stand, wave. Just a couple of them, but man, they were mighty. First of all, JJ Black, she officially owns every blocking record at Elkhorn Valley for a match, for the season, and for her career. And secondly, to Lily Hartle, she had a special 1,000 assist milestone in our conference tournament, and it couldn't have come at a sweeter time with a win against a conference rival. Both seniors were also members of our first ever GNAC first team all-conference team. They led us to a Howells Dodge tourney win, a regular season GNAC championship, and to the tournament championship game. What a ride these girls have taken us on. As the season progressed, these two really took this young Lady Falcon team under their wings, yes, pun intended, and they did everything we asked them to do. Thanks, girls, and a huge thank you to you too. You have left your mark, and filling your shoes will be tough, but one thing I have learned with these girls, these underclassmen, they will be willing to step up to the challenge. JJ does have some opportunities this summer to wear her volleyball jersey a few more times. She will be representing Elkhorn Valley at the Northeast Nebraska All-Star Volleyball match on Friday, June 13th. Rumor has it that this will be the first ever outdoor high school match in Nebraska, and they've named it Volleyball Day in Norfolk. And it will be, I don't know if it's before or after the football game. My thoughts were after, but I think Mr. Black thinks it's before. But we'll see, we'll let you know, we'll keep you posted. And secondly, JJ will also be a part of the Nebraska Coaches Association All-Star Volleyball match in Lincoln. And this will be Tuesday, July 22nd at 6 o'clock at Lincoln North Star High School. Congratulations, girls, and thank you. Next up is Coach Werner.
I would like to start also with thank yous. Mr. Carlin and his family, Mr. Qualsett and his family, my wife Christy and my family, for allowing us to spend as much time and to do something that we thoroughly enjoy. The season, I guess, I would say was a very good season. Some ups and downs, some injuries, some sickness. I think we had 2 games where we suited up 7 guys, but the guys battled, kind of the story of their life, at least their high school career anyway. Super proud of the way that they handled themselves on the floor, in the classroom, probably not at home, but for the most part, super proud of everything that they've accomplished. If everybody would stand up, please, it's part of the basketball team. We ended up with a varsity record of 15-9, JV with a record of 1-14. The 1-14 record is not, I guess, what we're going to concentrate on. Anybody that came to the games, you could see growth throughout all of those. We've got a lot of younger guys that are playing up on varsity that are helping that way as well. And they're constantly pushing each other in practice, which is good. Some individual honors for the season. Kellen Olendeck was first team GNAC All-Conference, NCPA Academic All-State. Norfolk Daily News Elite 8 first team, Lincoln Journal Star first team All-State, Omaha World Herald second team All-State, Battle for the Border All-Star Game in South Dakota, NCN All-Star Game in O'Neill, Northeast Nebraska All-Star Game at Northeast Community College. Corbin Warner, first team GNAC All-Conference, NCPA Academic All-State, Norfolk Daily News Elite 8 second team, Lincoln Journal Star All-State Honorable Mention, Omaha World All-State Honorable Mention. Logan Black, Lincoln Journal Star All-State Honorable Mention, Omaha World Herald All-State Honorable Mention. Jack Polsett, Omaha World Herald, All-State Honorable Mention. Seniors, please stand. We had 3, so Kellen, Sam, and Gabriel. Gabriel came out this year for the first time. Was an absolute amazing kid to be around. One of the best, probably in my 11 years coaching, probably one of the best attitudes that we've ever had on our team. So super proud of Gabe. Wish we could have had him for a couple more years. Wish him the best coming up. Sam's been with us for 2 years, and Sam took in a big role this year for us. Was happy for Sam. I think there was a time Sam didn't know if he was going to go off for basketball or not, but was super glad that Sam stepped up to the plate for us this year. Kellen's been a 3.5-year starter for us, 1,000-point scorer. Was a big part of our program for the last 4 years. Played about every role that we have on a basketball floor. Each one of these guys will be extremely hard to replace and will be missed. Sometimes whether it's just an ornery smile or a smirk or a smart aleck comment back, they all mean a lot. So thanks, guys. Mr. Difford.
All right, for girls basketball, there are a ton of people I need to thank for my student managers, especially my high school stat keepers, Ocean Leister, and Delilah Qualsett, Mrs. Vaughn for keeping booked for all 29 games, and Stuart for coming back to the mic. I have to thank the administration and Mrs. Smeal for their unabated support this season, as well as Coach Warner and the entire boys staff and the Junior Falcon Committee. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my family and all the families of all the girls on this team. I'd like to ask each girl to stand as they hear her name called and stay standing until the end. So to start here, to say the least, to say the absolute least, these girls had a phenomenal year. To finish the year in Lincoln is always the goal, but to play the final game on TV is something only 2 teams that I have coached have ever been fortunate enough to do. And wasn't it special for Larissa Vaughn and to give her grandparents 2 grandkids to watch take the PBA court on the championship Saturday. Ava Cook was a valuable part of our JV team and may have made the most improvement throughout the entire season. and her family had some of the best crowd signs for districts in state. Speaking of family, not only did Ashley Shute play valuable minutes for us as a freshman, but her family kind of painted themselves into a corner because every time they prepared a meal or snack for the team, it seemed to have a record night. Another letter winner, Willow Taki, was a valuable asset not only to the JV team, but at a second's notice was ready to play an important defensive possession, even if it was the last seconds of a quarter. Finally, for the freshman, Kendall Warner was a valuable addition to our squad this year, as she did the majority of the ball handling duties, which led to her all-state and all-conference honors. Cameron Rutchins made major growth from her freshman to sophomore year as a vocal leader and with her confidence. She's finally starting to see herself in the same light as the outside world sees her abilities, as noted by her all-state and all-conference second-team recognition. Katie Warnicke's growth as one of our leaders of our JV team helped guide them to an 11-3 record. While Olivia Otis only played one game due to a lingering injury, her growth and support as a teammate was invaluable this season. Another letter winner, Carissa Gale, was integral to the JV squad with her three-point sharpshooting and her passion to play, both strengths she brought to the varsity game, making her nights very complete. Speaking of valuable JV leadership, Ashlyn Dexter completed a strong JV team, which was often the toughest opponent we played each week. Her time on the varsity floor kept getting better and better each game and led to some big defensive and offensive moments in some of the biggest games this season. Finally, for the seniors, it's hard to believe the amount of accolades and awards these seniors have been a part of. From Carly Broberg breaking 4 school records, to JJ Black consistently being among the state leaders in blocks, and Lily Hartle being named Bob Jensen of the Husker Prep Report's favorite player of the entire state tournament, because he both liked her and feared her. We were lucky enough to play on NCN a lot this year, and all 3 seniors were named players of the game at different times, which goes to show how tough we were to play against this year. Both Carly and JJ were 1,000-point scorers for their careers, which after the award ceremony here, I have plaques for you guys to get. All 3 seniors made All-State, with Lily earning honorable mention, JJ getting second team, and Carly being named first team in all major publications. It is worth noting 2 things. First, Coach Black had an amazing idea at the beginning of the season to make a journal for the girls to fill out each day. It was set up for 111 days. To have the foresight to see us being able to journal all the way up to the last possible day is surreal. But it just goes to show what the expectation is and our belief in these girls to fulfill it. The second and last thing is that these seniors completed an undefeated season, their 8th grade year. It's pretty special to look back and know that they were only 5 points shy of helping their team do the same thing their senior year. Please, a round of applause for the state C2 runner-ups. Next up, wrestling.
All right, so I guess I'll have all the girls stand up first. There's 10 of them this year. I stepped into that role, I guess, as being the boys coach in the past, and now I'm with the girls. And I guess more than anything, what I want to say is thank you, girls, for coming in and putting up with all the boys' stuff every day and competing with them in the room. They did everything the boys did for the most part throughout the entire season, and I'm really grateful that they stepped into that role and were able to take on those challenges. We had 5 qualifiers this year for state, which I think is the most ever. Which, I mean, it's only been 3 years, but every year the bar is going to keep getting set higher and higher. I guess I'll start with recognizing the 5 qualifiers, which was, gotta look at you, Lily, Marissa, Gentry, Emerson. Missing one? Which I'm missing one? Oh, there she is. Tegan. I see Tegan. Okay, so these 5 girls, they did a really great job. Number 1, I guess, going into the season was trying to get them to understand that it's more than just athletes competing out there and trying to learn the technique of a relatively new sport for them. And like their growth throughout the season, it took probably half the year, but it was finally starting to click after Christmas sometime. We kind of realized like, oh, okay, these girls are starting to look like wrestlers now, not just athletes. And it was really enjoyable to see that continuing to improve in their techniques. throughout the year. I was really, really proud of them. And then I'll recognize Lily, our senior. She got the first state medal ever this year, which is pretty awesome. Had a real shot at. She really peaked at the right time. It was really fun to watch down to state and really dominate all the way to third place. So it's really fun to see that. And other girls did really well as well. Glad to see it and looking forward to next year. So, Carter, you're up.
Good evening. I'm Carter Tegler, boys coach. So before I announce the boys, I want to thank everyone involved in this program. There's so many people behind the scenes, and we wouldn't be able to efficiently function without all of your support. I'm not going to sit here and name everyone, but a few notable people that should be recognized. Meredith Bennett, Joe and Kylie Eckert, Tanya Peterson, Candy Hart, Sam and Danielle Johnson, Joanne Sheena Tegler, Tyler and Allie Hart, all of the parents, the wrestling club, and of course my wife Paige. There's obviously way more people that support and help this program, but these people really do more than enough to continue support and help us grow this program. So if you want to build a successful program, it takes a lot of dedicated individuals with a similar growth mindset, and we're super thankful to have these kind of people in our corner. So if you would, please give those people a round of applause. All right, so who we're actually here for. The 17 boys we had this year. Freshmen, we had Abe Johnson, Calvin Teese, Hunter Robertson, Nathan Gilman, Bentley Warren. Stand up, please. Sophomores, Evan Decker and Elijah Colonzo. Juniors, Caden McAllister, Michael McFarland, Nate Warner, and Dane Schmuel. And seniors, Mason Itz, Isaac Eckert, Isaiah Eckert, Travis Halsey, Jackson Halsey, and Paxton Cleveland. Yeah, Jackson. First off, we had two individuals reach 100 wins this year, Travis Halsey and Isaac Eckert. This isn't always an easy feat, as it requires you to be healthy and talented, and sometimes combining those two things in this sport is a challenge in itself. These two guys weren't always healthy, but they put together enough success to be etched in the record books. Another thing I want to note on is Mason Nitz. Mason got hurt his freshman year and his senior year. He sat out, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 tournaments, and he still accumulated like 141 wins. So he's just shy of 150, but if he would have stayed healthy all 4 years, I think he would have probably broke the school record, which is pretty incredible. Speaking of breaking records, we had 2 individuals break the school record for tech falls in a season. If you don't know what a tech fall is, it's basically a mercy rule. If you're winning by 15 points, the match is over. It's very, very difficult to do. Travis Halsey and Mason Nitz both broke the school record, which was coincidentally held by Coach Sam Johnson. Sam was very, very salty about this. Mason, however, is going to be the one that gets the credit for it because he had 19, and Travis had 17, and the previous record was 15. So pretty incredible. Mason was, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep picking on Mason here. Mason went 29-1 on the season, so that means literally only 10 of his wins were not in a tech fall, so that's really, really impressive. To go with conference honors, we had several of them. To be first team all conference, you had to win the conference tournament, a little different than other sports. So all conference honors, we only had 2 this year for first team. It was Michael McFarland and Travis Halsey. And then honorable mention, they had to get second place at the tournament, and that would be Isaac Eckert, Isaiah Eckert, and Nathan Gilman. So really pretty great for our first year in the new conference. Yeah, shout out to Nathan Gilman, freshman. He had second place. We finished in 3rd this year as a team. We weren't full strength. I don't want to make excuses or anything, but we weren't full strength at that time. We still came in 3rd to 2 pretty quality teams that finished really high at the state meet. So, I mean, that really speaks volumes of how much talent we have here at the school. And then I guess the last little notification for these gentlemen, we had 11 guys letter. Abe Johnson, Evan Decker, Mason Nitz, Isaac Eckert, Michael McFarland, Isaiah Eckert, Nate Werner, Travis Halsey, Jackson Halsey, Paxton Cleveland, and Nathan Gilman. So nice work, fellas. It's not an easy feat to accomplish that. So on to the state qualifiers and placers. We had 5 state qualifiers this season. Abe, Mason, Isaac, Travis, and Nate Werner. Of these 5, we had 3 guys place. Mason, he made it to the state finals. Unfortunately lost in that state finals, but had a really good match leading up to it. It was really fun to watch. Isaac Eckert wrestled one of his best tournaments of the year too. Was still kind of banged up, so I would have really loved to see what he would have done if he was fully healthy. And then Travis kind of lost in heartbreaking fashion in the semifinals, but still came back, battled back through, and got 3rd place. So shout out to those guys, really impressive. with these 5 guys that went down to state, they accrued enough points to be in the top 10. So wrestling's a little different, and there's not like a C1 or a C2 or anything. It's just Class C. So there's like 60-some schools in Class C. So hats off to these guys, these 5 guys. They finished in the top 10. So it's super impressive. And it really sets the standard for us being in Class C and shows that we can compete with some of the best teams in the state. So if you look at these guys who are having the most success on the team, it's the individuals who are they're just putting the work in. They come to the open mats, they do the extra camps, they lift weights, get the workouts in, all the characteristics a coach really likes to see. It's obviously not because they're physical specimens, I mean, you see them, but because they have a mentality of a competitor. So what sets them apart, what sets apart these individuals from the not so successful individuals is having a good attitude and an eagerness to learn. All of these guys who had success, they got better this year. They were constantly asking questions, breaking film down, finding ways to get better. And something else that was really unique about these guys is they found a way to dissolve their ego. I know it might not seem like it, but on the mat, they definitely did. Ego can be the downfall of a lot of things, but especially in this sport. There's always someone out there who wants it more, has a better skill set than you. It's one of the reasons why I love this sport so much. Usually the person who's the loudest is typically the most scared. And when it comes down to those high pressure moments, those people don't always have the most success. And it seems to be the people that are humble and keep grinding it out are the ones who shine in those high pressure moments. It's really is part of what makes the sport so wonderful. It's something we try really, really hard to teach these guys. And all of these guys, they really did. They set incremental goals, they worked really hard, and they had success, or at least they finished their career with a sense of satisfaction, which isn't always something that you can find. I'm gonna keep rambling here, bear with me here. Senior class, unique, you're gonna miss them dearly, love all of them to death. Mason, I've been coaching him since he was like a 3rd grader, so he's one of the rare ones, but Isaac and Isaiah, they didn't start wrestling until 7th grade. Trev, he didn't start wrestling until like the back half of the 8th grade year. Jackson and Paxton, they didn't start wrestling until 9th grade. Every one of these guys had success. It might not have been winning a state medal, but it was getting to that like heartbreak round of districts, winning a position they used to be terrible at, maybe even qualifying for state, and a couple of them won multiple state medals. So for a few guys that just wrestled for a few short years, minus Mason, we were able to develop them into some pretty dangerous competitors. It takes a certain mindset from these guys, and it's something that they kind of just accomplished on their own, so we're really proud of them for that. So really, if there's a little recruiting tactic here, if there's anyone out there that thinks they can't do it, well, you can, because these guys did it in just a few years, so hats off to them. I like to say you only lose if you don't step on the mat, so really happy with all these guys. All right, and then I want to end this on a few thoughts. These are obviously for my wrestlers, but it can be relatable to anyone out here today. If you want success, whether it be in sports, classes, job, or just life in general, set the goals, work hard to achieve them, and then try to do that again. You're responsible for your life, it's not anyone else. Try to surround yourself with people who influence you in a positive way and help you strive towards a better life. If you don't continue to better yourself, your life probably isn't going to be too enjoyable. But frankly, you'll create a world that you want to blame other people for. So make something you can be proud of, work really hard to improve yourself, and surround yourself with people who can influence you in a positive way. Something I've heard before, kind of changed a little bit, but if you want to soar with the Falcons, you got to stop hanging out with the chickens. So it can be hard to do that, but it will make for a better life in the long run. And lastly, I want to say thank you to Mrs. Schmiel for helping us out. I also want to give a special shout out to Joey. Without him, a lot of us, including myself, probably wouldn't be here today. He's a giant part of the foundation for the program. He doesn't always get the credit he deserves, but something he really likes to say is continue to win in silence. And coincidentally, that's a valuable lesson, has multiple meanings, and a lot of us could use a lot of that. And lastly, I want to thank the school board and the administration. Especially thankful now to have the opportunity to be in the school system full time. I've learned a valuable set of skills coaching the last 9 season, and teaching the last few, shaped me who I am today. I know I made a pretty profound impact, especially on these seniors, and that's just being with them a few hours a day. I can't wait to see what I can do, being here multiple hours a day, and I want to say thank you. Thank you, boys. You know I love you. I'm proud of you, and continue to win in silence. Go Big Green.
Coach Steiger. Might need to stand up and stretch again. All right. So I'm both the boys and the girls golf coach. I'm going to start with the girls. I'd like to begin with I had 4 juniors that decided this year to play golf for the first time ever in their life, and they joined Delilah Paulson. So Delilah, stand up. She's a sophomore, her second year with the team. And then my first year golfers as juniors were Ashlyn Dexter, Allie Bromley, Olivia Otis, and Ocean Leister. Now, if you remember all the volleyball girls that stood up and all the cross-country girls that stood up, I saw some girls that weren't in any of those groups that didn't stand up or anything. So if they wanted to join the team as well next year, we'd love to have extra girls on the team. But anyway, these girls, golf is one of these sports that the longer you play it, the better you get at it. So Delilah started, I think, in 7th grade, and so she's got 4 years under her belt. Everybody else, again, started this year. And we're playing against all the other girls who have been playing for 10, 12, 13 years of their life. Picked up a golf club when they're 2 years old and stuff like that, you know, those stories. But anyway, long story short, we didn't win a lot of events in this year. But our girls did improve in their game, and we enjoyed the season, and we had a great time all year long playing golf and going to the events and eating food both ways. So anyway, just again, I'm just pulling for some other girls to join the group. We'd love to have extras. Thank you, girls.
And I own it. And I own it.
Oh, yes.
And I own.
Okay. I don't have any NIL money, but apparently Mrs. Vaughn. All right, okay. Thank you, girls, and I'm going to move on now to the boys' golf team. Some of these boys have been golfing. Thank you, girls. Some of these boys have been golfing for a long time, and therefore they have had more success score-wise. The boys' golf team, if they're here, I know some of them are maybe going to go out to the golf course and play some more tonight after their conference meet. We got Max Schaefer, Easton Rystrom, Sam Bogle, Cade McAllister, Connor Poldberg, Adam Dexter, Ethan Rutchins, Jonah Johnson, I got Sam written down twice, Evan Slocum. All right, anyway, we have had a pretty decent season. If you ask the guys, hey, how'd you do? It always starts off with, oh my God, I just got a triple bogey on the 4th hole and it was so terrible and awful and I should sell my clubs and I'm the worst golfer ever. It goes kind of like that. And if you know anything about golf, you know that if you start off talking about your greatness that you did, you don't win in silence, sorry coach. But in golf, you got to build yourself up. You got to remember that eagle that you got on hole number 2 at Lee yesterday, Easton. That's right. I drove up and he hit the ball from 100 yards in the cup. It bounced right in. It was really good. And Connor Poldberg he chipped in earlier this year. Sam's chipped in. Just, you know, those types of memories make you a better golfer. And if these guys start dwelling on the good stuff that happens to them, they'll start becoming better golfers than they already are. We have had a few successes team-wise. We got a Summerlin tournament, about 14 teams. We came in 2nd place. At Laurel, there were 15 teams, came in 3rd. Conference today, we got 4th. And at the Lee Triangular yesterday, 3 teams, we came in 1st. That's right. And individually, Max, Easton, Sam, and Connor have all at least medaled at one event this year. So all in all, it's a good season. I'm proud of the work they put in, and I'm hoping that they, again, just dwell on the positive a little more than the negative, and hopefully that'll turn into some better scores even than they're already doing. Next up is Mr. Meyer with track.
All right, let's see. It is final call for boys discus. We are throwing in 12 hours, so I'll kind of speed this up. Tomorrow, meet in Humphrey, starting at 9 o'clock. So here we go. I do want to thank the assistant coaches, administration, Kathy at home for supporting this. Seniors for being out for all 4 years. Kellen, 3, but you're out your senior year. Appreciate that. I was trying to think of where to go with this. I also want to thank the community. We're constructing a new track football facility out there, and I want you to look at it this way. Can I have the freshmen in the back row on my right? Can I have you stand up just for a second? Can I have all the freshmen in that row right there? Chase, I'm going to have you stand up as well. I think you guys are freshmen. Yes, stand up, all of you, all of you, all of you. When I did this here at Elkhorn Valley for the very first year, 12, 13 years ago, and I had to announce who was out for track, this is how many I had stand up that first year. I want you to sit down. Now I want to have everybody stand up who is actually out for track and field at the high school level. Okay, you guys can sit. You guys can sit. The timing is right for this. This group is just as competitive as every group I've had before. As a matter of fact, if you look in the program, you're going to notice like we've won some championships this year, and there's a few that have been won that are in the program because I had to send off that information a little bit early. The girls have actually racked up one additional championship along with runner-up at the GNAC and also runner-up at the O'Neill Invite. And in however many years I've been doing this, I've never had a team ever medal at the O'Neill Invite. That's a really big one. So another way to look at this, there have been five championships. I'm just going to single out the girls for just a second. You have to go back 15 years before you can cumulatively add up all of the championships that the girls track team has won. And that's what they've almost done just this year. And I don't see any drop off in that in the years to come. And with this track facility, that is going to be a make or break for a lot of these kids, not just getting to state, but somebody said, are you going to be bringing back some state champions in the future? That is my hope. That is my hope for Elkhorn Valley. Okay, moving on from that. Now, individual accolades. We had the Classic in Norfolk last week. You don't need to stand up. The following that qualified, because it wasn't in the program, Corbin Warner made it in discus, Logan in the high jump and the 300 hurdles, Mazzy qualified in the 3,200 meter run. Carly Broberg was in high jump, and Carly was also in the 4x4 with Kendall Warner, Cameron Rutchins, and Willow Taki, and then Ava Cook qualified in the long jump. And so the kids were, Elkhorn Valley was very well represented at the Norfolk Track Classic that night. And in the process, Mazzy Kuhar, we really worked with her on lap splits, I think it's safe to say, this season, and we wanted to get her on track, and we did at the Classic. I was really happy with you, Mazzy. Set a new school, broke her own school record, as a matter of fact, in the 3,200 meter run. Congratulations. Which can lead me into my next piece here, which is another school record was set this year, and it was in a really cool fashion because the kid who broke it, the prior record holder, was actually grandma. So Ava, can you stand up? Ava Cook broke the long jump record. And Joy Fields, Joy, can you stand up? No, you don't have to. I don't even know if you're here. That's fine. And then I was thinking about going through, and I don't think I will. I always keep a top 10 list, and I thought it'd be neat to just recognize a few of the kids who are in at least the top 3. I'm not going to go through all of them. Logan in the 110 hurdles, you're right behind Carter Warner, Chad Taki, and Travis Suxdorf. I mean, those are some great hurdlers, some well before my time, but I remember some of those names. Also Logan, right behind Derek Barty in the 300 hurdles. Carter Warner still got that record, but I know you're gunning for him as well. Corbin, we know who you're right behind in discus, okay? And you're getting closer, right? You're getting closer, it just takes time. And then Logan in the high jump is doing really well as well. And then real quick on the girls' side, Carly and Kendall, because of some handheld timing, they're actually tied in the 400. Jane Hodgson, I'm not sure who that is, right in front of you two. And then in the 1600, Mazzy's on her way. When you're behind people by the names of Jojo, Fox, and Mosel, you know you're in fast company. They all sound like fast names. The 300 hurdles, Kendall just rocketed right up there in the top 5, and she is behind that when I started coaching, I remember some of these names, and they were some fast kids, and Kendall, you're right up there. And then finally, Lillian Hagman, just absolutely uncorked a shot put at conference the other day, and you were just really close. You're about 4 feet away from your aunt. So you're doing a fantastic job. Everybody is. We're winding this thing down. We go to Humphrey tomorrow. We have districts next week. Thank you for all your support. Next up, dun 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 dun. Esports. All right, you got it.
He said he had that lined up all day. All right, first, mine's short and sweet. So we're currently in our 3rd year at esports. First, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ritter up there, the best assistant. He helps with all the streaming. I think we average like 7 viewers per stream, so get those numbers up, get some money. So this year we have had a good number. We had junior high for our 2nd year. So will the following esports members that are here please stand up? I think a lot of them are home practicing. So we have a couple here. So if you played esports this year, please stand to be recognized real quick. I know, it's esports, just stand. So this year is probably one of my favorites. We were able to get a team to qualify at state. Both those members are not here, but that was Brian Malanco and Katie McAllister, and they finished 8th place. And then this year we're able to add a new title, Fortnite, which you guys might know of. And our team qualified and they finished at 5th place. So overall it's been an exciting couple years. We're really excited to see the continued success and growth as we continue this on. So thank you everyone. Speech is next.
Okay, I'm going to start with a few thank yous. First, for my new assistant coach this year, Ms. Rachel Honey stepped in. She has judged for us for a number of years, stepped into coaching this year. She did great. Thank you to the administration for their continued support. Also to my family at home for keeping things running on the weekends when I leave the house at 5 a.m. and don't get home till 6. And then finally to our parents, we have a lot of early mornings getting the kids up, getting them here, long days. Thank you guys for your support. It's always greatly appreciated. Can I have the speech team stand up? There we go. Okay, you guys can sit down. You don't have to stand for this. We had a successful season once again this year. Many new faces on the speech team, which is always great to see. Speech can be kind of scary, but it's always good to see new faces. The team worked really hard this season, perfecting their speeches, making changes, doing things we asked them to do, like rewriting a third point 3 days before districts. How was that? Was that fun? Yeah. We were able to bring medals home from every meet that we attended this year. Speakers that medaled at conference were Ireland Behringer, Mazzy Kuhart, and Delilah Qualsett. And ironically, these were the same 3 speakers that were able to bring home medals at a very competitive C14 district. Nobody made to state. Ireland was really close, but very tough, persuasive round there. Okay. Up next is Mr. Wickizer.
All right, one-act drama. You may or may not know, but a typical one-act play, and many of you do, typical one-act performance is 30 minutes. And I thought just for fun, I'd take that long to present these awards. I'm kidding. Okay, need a little humor to close the night. Okay, I'd like to invite the following to stand. These are our letter winners, and criteria include being recognized as an outstanding performer in at least one competition or possibly an outgoing senior at coach's discretion. So please stand and be recognized. And then when you're done being announced, please stay standing. Ireland Behringer, Jonathan Barrier, J.J. Black, Logan Black, Evan Decker, Paislin Glenn, Ava Cook, Delilah Qualsett, Evan Slocum, Skylar Tegler. Now, I want the following to also stand. Thank you for your dedication, hard work. The rest of our cast and crew: Marissa Bennett, Alexi Carnes, Cadence DeWitt, Lillian Hageman, Abe Johnson, Jovi Johnson, Elizabeth Kivett, Mazzy Kuhar, Ocean Leister, Emerson Penny, Landon Rutches, Chase Schwartz, Autumn Smith, Delaney Tegler, Larissa Vaughn, and Katie Warnicki. You can go ahead and have a seat. A few years ago, when Mrs. Gale and I sort of took the lead in one act, we had a group that was a whole lot smaller than that, and trying to find a script that we could work with. And we were so proud of our group that it continues to grow. These students put in a lot of hours of practice, and this takes place either early in the mornings, 6:30 a.m. practices, or 7 p.m. And we're working around all the other schedules, all the other sports and activities. And it's a long time of dedication. We start just after school starts. We start in later August, and when we wrap it up, Christmas is just a couple weeks away. So we thank them so much for all of their dedication. And they really wanted to be outstanding in what they did. So we credit them for that. Special thank you to Mrs. Gale for all of your time and effort and helping with the script and with your dedication and practice and helping us get better and better, and for help and taking the lead on props and bringing snacks for the kids. We could not do this without you. Thank you to the administration. Thank you to Mr. Hani and Mrs. Novicki for your support. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you this year to Peggy and Tom Dietrich for your tremendous help in our transportation. The kids were very, very coachable, and we really enjoyed what we were doing, and we look forward to next year. Thank you to the seniors for your contributions, some for multiple years, and for the seniors who came out for the only time this year, we recognize you as well. And if you'd like to join us next year, if you're an underclassman, please do so, and we're looking forward already, looking for scripts and ready to go for the fall. So thank you so much.
Okay, a few acknowledgments before we end this tonight. I'd first like to acknowledge the NCPA Academic All-State. The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association Academic All-State is an award given to students with a 3.7 GPA who show outstanding leadership and performance in their activity. This is awarded through the NSA for participants in any level. Please stand when I acknowledge your name. Freshman Abe Johnson, boys cross country. Ashley Shute, girls track and field. Sophomores, Mazzy Kuhar, girls cross country. Emerson Penny, girls wrestling. Cameron Rutchins, volleyball. Juniors, Ireland Behringer, play production and speech. BJ Taki, boys track and field. Skylar Tegler, play production and speech. Katie Warnicki, girls cross country. Jarrett Warner, football. Corbin Warner, football, boys basketball, and boys track and field. And seniors, JJ Black, volleyball, girls basketball, and music. Carly Broberg, girls basketball and girls track and field. Paislin Glenn, music. Jay Halsey, boys wrestling. Travis Halsey, boys wrestling. Cadence Leister, girls wrestling. And Kellen Olendeck, boys basketball. And for our final award, the Nebraska State College's Multi-Activity Student Award. This is for the students involved in 3 or more NSA sanctioned activities. I will acknowledge every student because not only is it hard to be in 3 or more activities throughout the year, but also maintain your grades. So when I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Chase Andrews, Ireland Behringer, Marissa Bennett, Jessica Black, Logan Black, Carly Broberg, Allison Bromley, Evan Deckert, Cadence DeWitt, Isaac Eckert, Isaiah Eckert, Nathan Gilman, Payson Glenn, Lillian Hageman, Haley Hartle, Lily Hartle, Kiel Haysbrook, Tegan Haysbrook, Danica Jensen, Abe Johnson, Jovi Johnson, Elijah Colonzo, Casey King, Elizabeth Kivett, Ava Cook, Brendan Crick, Mazzy Kuhar, Aubrey Lawson, Ocean Leister, Cadence Leister, Landon Meyer, Calvin Moloff, Bradley Nall, Aubrey Nikodin, Kellen Olendick, Olivia Otis, Emerson Penny, Gentry Paulson, Delilah Qualsett, Jack Qualsett, Cameron Rutchins, Landon Rutchins, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Evan Slocum, Autumn Smith, Tyler Sextorf, BJ Taki, Willow Taki, Delaney Tegler, Sawyer Tegler, Skylar Tegler, Calvin Teese, Larissa Vaughn, Katie Warnicki, Jarrett Warner, Corbin Warner, Kendall Warner, Nate Warner, Kellen Wilkin. And before we conclude this evening, I want to thank all of our students, whether you participate in athletics, the arts, or focused on your academics. You have made this a great year. Thank you parents and family members, along with coaches and administration, for supporting these students. And a big thank you and best wishes to all these seniors. That concludes our evening. Thank you all.